Barbara Walsh is a Pulitzer Prize-winning journalist who lives in Maine, who in recent years has devoted a significant amount of her time to writing books for children. Her latest is called Spencer, Boston's Beloved Marathon Dog, and she's with us here on 207 to talk about it. Thanks for coming in.
Well, thank you for inviting me.
So people always ask writers, where do you get your ideas? Where did you get your idea for this book?
Well, Spencer, like most of my stories, this is my 7th book, and because I'm a journalist, I prefer true stories. So this past February, I was reading the New York Times online, and I read about Spencer. The New York Times wrote his obituary, and I was just like, wow, this dog is a book. And I was able to contact the owner because he's a photographer, and it was easy to track him down. They lived in Holliston, and I immediately called up and said, I am sorry for your loss, but this is an incredible story.
When the New York Times does an obituary, rather, on a dog,
right,
you know there's something there. So let's cover quickly the story of Spencer. A couple in Massachusetts who got Spencer as a puppy, golden retriever. They thought exceptionally sweet dog, and so they turned him into a therapy dog who went to visit hospitals and nursing homes, right?
Correct. They called him the angel dog. He had an aura about him. I mean, all dogs, I'm partial, are wonderful. But Spencer was, extraordinary because he would study people and, sense that they were sad or, concerned about something, and he would try to console them. And so he began, training and would go into schools and hospitals and comfort people of all ages. And then after the bombing, the Boston Marathon bombing, this family who lives near the route decided, hey, Spencer can hold flags.
At that point, Spencer's ability to console and comfort people and put a smile on their faces went to a new level. First Boston Marathon, the year after the bombing. Spencer is out there along the race course, mile 3, with 2 flags. What do the flags say?
Well, one says Boston Strong, which was a very popular slogan after the bombing, and the other was a red heart. And he held these flags, as Goldens do. People might think, oh, why would a dog do that? But Goldens like to hold and retrieve. And Spencer would sit there for hours.
And people just fell in love with him.
Exactly.
And it didn't end there. Spencer was back the year after that, and really became a fixture on the race course. And it got to the point where at the 126th running of the Boston Marathon, Spencer is being driven around in a limousine. What was that all about?
Well, Spencer became so well known. Every time this dog did something, I mean, he was in a raincoat one year, driving rain, Spencer still holding the flag, so that went viral. And the TV and media in Boston were just all over this feel-good story. And so, you're right, the 126th marathon, they honored Spencer at the Copley Plaza, and Spencer and his beloved Penny, who helped him hold flags sometimes, arrived in a limousine. And it's just, you watch that, and as I did watch many of these videos to really capture Spencer, it just makes you cry.
Yeah, any dog lover, and even people who aren't dog lovers, are going to fall hard for Spencer. Let's talk about the illustrations. Shelby Krause, who is another Mainer, did the illustrations. What was she trying to achieve? What did you and she talk about in trying to make the story come alive through the images?
Right. Well, Shelby and I, who she illustrated the last book, The Lobster Lady, we're kind of very similar. We're both obsessed, me with my words, her with her art. So she'll spend hours just on trying to get Spencer's eyes right, his face right, and I'll spend hours trying to get one word right. And so we're a good pair because we would talk to each other, and I'd say, okay, I think this illustration would work, and she'd send me drafts and various versions, and so it was really a labor of love for both of us, and we're both dog lovers,
And Spencer is, of course, gone now, but the story lives on.
Right. I mean, I always believe, being a journalist and many years covering dark stories, I would always look for the light or the hope or the reason I'm doing that, which is to change things. And in the Spencer story, it was really difficult because not only did Spencer die, but his beloved Penny died.
The other dog in the family.
Exactly, within a week. And originally I said, I can't have 2 dogs die in this book. And then I said, That's what happened. And so I did that, but as you know, the end of the book is the light and the hope. It's little Jimmy, who is already training to hold the flags and comfort people.
The third dog in the line in that family.
Exactly.
Barbara Walsh, always a pleasure to have you here. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
The new book, Spencer, Boston's Beloved Marathon Dog. We've got more information on the book and the author. You'll find that in the 207 section of our News Center Maine app or website. Stick around. We'll return right after this.